well as the Ohio AAPI Vote Director. I actually just wanted to welcome all of you to the Town Hall Forum with our special guest, Governor Gary Locke of Washington State. It's so great to see so many of you here with us today. I think that your presence at today's Town Hall Forum really exemplifies, the importance and the recognition of the AAPI community of this election. With only 9 days left until Election Day on November 4th, it is critically important that we fully mobilize our community to get out to vote and work toward a successful voter turnout on Election Day. So this Town Hall Forum will be an opportunity for you to find out about the importance of the AAPI vote and why Barack Obama and Joe Biden offer our community and our country the change that we need to turn a course in history. I would like to recognize our distinguished guest, Governor Gary Locke. Unfortunately, Congressman Mike Honda was unable to be with us here at the forum. However, Congressman Honda has prepared a statement which he wanted me to share with all of you. I'm so sorry I cannot be with you on this exciting day. I was looking forward to being with all of you and Governor Locke as we were here in Ohio in 2004. Your community is so important to this election, and I was looking forward to the opportunity to share with you my optimism about an Obama presidency on so many levels. Unfortunately, I got really sick over the past week, and my doctor would not allow me to travel. I had to cancel great campaign events like yours in Florida and Minnesota. Happily, I've now been cleared for travel, but it was not enough for me to make it here with you. I will also miss seeing my dear friends, Dr. C.P. Chen and his daughter, Christine. I'm very proud to support our candidate for President of the United States, Barack Obama. Recently, Barack Obama released the Blueprint for Change for Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. The blueprint is evidence that Barack Obama and Joe Biden understand the importance of this country, that they have been listening to our concerns, and that they are responsive to our needs. Let us stand united to advance our community and our country by electing Barack Obama as the next President of the United States. Thank you. Colleen Morgan Day from the Okay, I'll go ahead and introduce our special guest, Governor Gary Locke. Governor Gary Locke was elected Washington's 21st governor on November 5th, 1996, making him the first Chinese and Asian American governor in the continental U.S. He was re-elected to a second term in 2000 with an overwhelming majority. As governor, he worked to make Washington State a better place to live, work, and raise a family by dramatically raising academic achievement in the public schools, strengthening the state's economy, expanding health care to vulnerable children and adults, and making the state government more accessible and user-friendly. During the 2004 presidential campaign, Governor Locke, in concert with Congressman Mike Honda, co-chaired the Asian Pacific Islander American Democratic Presidential Steering Committee for Senator John Kerry. Together, they raised over $3 million, which was used for the AAPI voter program. This resulted in over 72% of AAPIs in those targeted states voted Democratic. Though not governor today, Governor Locke has never stopped working for communities of color. Governor Locke is currently co-chair with Secretary Norm Mineta of the America's Opportunity Fund, which is raising funds to target AAPI voters in swing states around the country. Please help me welcome a man who has always dedicated himself to improving the community and today for community advocacy.
Wow, it's great to see so many people here. Maybe I'll turn this down a little bit. It's really great to see all of you here on a busy Sunday with a lot of opportunities to enjoy the weather or have dim sum, shop, and watch a football game or something like that. But in 9 days, we can make history. And indeed, in 9 days is perhaps the most important election in America's history. Because so many policies of the last 8 years have hurt everyday people in America, from senior citizens to working families, to the poor, to our economy. And the policies of the last 8 years, if not changed, can almost become permanent for the next 30, 40 years. That is what is at stake. Changing the direction of America so that America truly lives up to its promises and its ideals. And that's why we all need to work for and work hard to elect Barack Obama as President of the United States. I have had the great honor and privilege of being governor of the state of Washington for 8 years. And in my state of Washington, people of color make up less than 10%, 15% of the entire population. Asian Americans are only 5% of the population. And yet I won re-election by 60% of the vote. And we were able to do policies that put more people to work without raising taxes, cleaning up our environment, putting more money into our colleges and universities without raising taxes, and raising the academic achievement, the test scores of our children. Washington State has the highest SAT scores of children of any state in America where you have a large number of kids. And our standards are among the highest in the country. And when we started, only 40% of our fourth graders met the new standard in reading. Only 25% of our fourth graders met the new standard in math. But we worked with our teachers, and we had parents, and we had volunteers in the schools, and we retrained our teachers so that now 85% of the fourth graders pass the new standards in reading and in math. Now some of you I've talked to several times before last night and just a few minutes ago with leaders from the Asian American community, Korean community, Japanese community, Vietnamese community, Chinese community. I want to tell you a little bit about my history and my story and my family's story. My grandfather came to the United States in the late 1800s and worked as a houseboy for a family in Olympia, the state capital of Washington State. He washed dishes, he swept the courts, he helped cook. And the family taught him English. He went back to China, and then he got married and had a family. He came back to the United States to work while the family stayed in China, Toisan area of Guangdong province. And then he would send the money back to the family. And then he'd go back to China. He had more kids. My father was born in China. And then eventually he brought the whole family over to the United States. So my father came over to the United States as a teenager, learned English. He volunteered during World War II to serve in the United States Army and was part of the Normandy invasion. After the war was over, he went back to Hong Kong and he met my mom, and they got married, and he brought my mom over. And my mom did not learn English until I was about 4 or 5 years old, when I was learning English going to kindergarten. So I spoke Chinese at home, and now I don't speak very much Chinese anymore. And I want to thank all of you who have the language schools here teaching the culture, the language, and to the Chinese and the young people here in Cleveland, Ohio. Keep up the good work. Give them a big round of applause for the Chinese schools. Thanks to scholarships, which is what Barack Obama really wants to emphasize. Thanks to scholarships, I was able to go to Yale University and get a degree, and then I went to Boston University, got a law degree. And I worked in the prosecutor's office, putting criminals in jail. And I somehow got involved in government. Never thought I'd ever run for office. That was never my dream. I wanted to be a school teacher or a forest ranger.